Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc contains topics and visuals that some viewers might find disturbing or upsetting. This includes, but is not limited to, graphic depictions of death, heavy violence, suicide, sexual themes, and psychological horror. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everybody and welcome back to all of my fellow procrastinators to another episode of Danganronpa. I'm Edge from Decidedly Distracted, the ultimate bonk! Here as always joined by...
CPU Sign Heart, the ultimate machine gatai. That guy was Robo-Justice!
Indeed.
This Robo-Justice you're referring to is... this, is it not?
What the hell am I looking at?
This is the one that attacked Celeste and Hifumi. Isn't that right, Hifumi?
Yeah, that's him, I'm sure of it.
Unforgivable!
Robo-Justice.
It can't be!
Robo-Justice, huh?
Damn.
This just keeps getting stranger.
What it?
I'm glad to see he is still alive. Do I just caught you again? Oh wait.
Robo-Justice!
It's a hammer, just like the one Celeste was attacked with in the rec room. But this one is... Justice Hammer 2? And on top of that, this one is actually a little bigger than the first one.
He attacked me with a hammer, he poked me right on the head with it!
Well...
A hammer that big, I'm surprised you're still okay. I am not okay! Look at all this blood!
Hey.
Look at all this raspberry jam!
Oh shit, is that my blood? Oh no!
Oh,
Protein helps heal wounds, you know. Would you like some? I have never heard such a thing. Are you sure it isn't just you?
it's him!
A robot of justice, huh? Now things are really starting to get exciting! What kind of special moves does it have? Can it fly? Can it come by?
What?
Why is he here?
Are you okay with this?
Let us not concern ourselves with him. What we need to do now is get Hifumi to the nurse's office right away. Whatever else we do, he needs to be treated as soon as possible.
Yeah!
You're right, let's go. Thanks, everyone!
We moved Hifumi to the nurse's office on the first floor so we could take care of his injuries.
How you feeling, Hifumi? You want me to take a look at you? I'm okay. I think it stopped bleeding. Still kind of dizzy, though.
So then...
Perhaps you should rest here a while.
I suppose...
Yeah, good idea.
Well then...
The rest of us should get back to looking for that mystery assailant.
Yes, indeed.
Indeed, before another victim appears. The Justice Hammers seem to be increasing in size. First one, and now two.
So in other words...
If there is a Justice Hammer 3, we can only assume it is even bigger than the first two.
If you got hit with anything bigger than that, you'd be dead for sure.
Tell us what happened to you, Hifumi.
Well, I woke up early this morning and started looking for alter ego ahead of everyone else. I went to the third floor, and that's where the strange costume man attacked me.
That must be what I witnessed around 7 this morning.
Well...
After that, he dragged me to the library and whack! Down came the hammer! It must have been 30 or 40 minutes ago. At around 7:30, in other words. We would have still been in the dining hall.
Which means Hina, Sakura, and I were together and Kyoko was still with us. So we all have alibis. I was in the laundry room, doing my laundry.
Yes!
And nothing else.
His black underwear is as black as the pitch black darkness of the blackest night.
What?
Why do you know that? Isn't it obvious? Because I was peeking. Anyway, so that means Byakuya and Toko were together at the time, meaning they also have alibis. Then the only ones who don't have alibis for when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked are the only two we haven't seen yet, Hiro and Taka. That's it, right?
Very strange.
By the way, what happened to Kyoko? I haven't seen her anywhere.
Oh yeah, she was supposed to be checking the second floor, but I didn't see her up there at all.
Where could she have disappeared to? She's disappeared, huh? What a strange woman.
So that's it.
She might be exactly as I suspected. Hold on! Kyoko was with us in the dining hall when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked, so... I'm not talking about who attacked them. Eh?
In other words,
I'm referring to what we talked about last night, who the mastermind spy might be. Are you saying Kyoko's working with the mastermind? That's not possible!
what?
Isn't it? This woman, who seems almost eager to handle dead bodies, hasn't even revealed her true identity.
Hey.
Save this discussion for later. Right now, we have to focus on finding the suspicious individual.
Okay.
Yeah, if we don't hurry, there's only gonna be more victims. That might be why Kyoko and Taka and Hiro haven't shown up yet.
She's right! We have to do something about that mystery man first.
Don't worry about me, I'll catch up with you guys after I rest for a bit.
Understood. Take care of yourself.
Well then.
Okay, let's go.
So whoever's running around, why are they wearing that weird costume?
Don't bother looking for a reason from a deviant.
What to do?
So, what are we gonna do? Split up and look around? Our opponent is very dangerous. We don't know what they're capable of, even here.
What?
What's wrong? I saw a shadow. Something moving around at the top of the stairs.
Really?
Up on the second floor, then. You bastard. You won't get away from me. We all shot toward the stairs. He must be around here somewhere. Let's split up and corner him.
Well.
But don't take any chances. As soon as you find him, call out and I'll come running.
Oh.
Okay, but what should we yell?
Just a second.
Anything, it doesn't matter.
So then.
Then is... Huh? Okay.
What are you saying?
Oh, don't yeah, or whatever you want. Just yell loud enough so we can hear you.
Oh yeah. I've never heard such a reaction. Clearly you have never
Okay, whatever,
played
just hurry up and
Smash.
start looking.
Okay, let's go. We spread in every direction to track down the costume suspect. And by that I mean I went right back downstairs. Behold, the bathroom. Bathroom clean supplies are stored. I don't see anything useful in here. Well. That strange cry. That had to be Celeste. Came from the floor above. She's on the 3rd floor. I sprinted up to the 3rd floor.
Everyone.
Over here, everyone! Everyone who heard the scream had come running.
Just a second.
Celeste, what's wrong?
What?
That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him. A strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared. He must be down this hall. Come on, let's go!
What is it now? Huh?
Huh?
Whoa, it's really true. That doesn't matter right now.
Huh?
What was that?
That came from downstairs. It must have been... Fumi, he's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
What?
What about the suspect? We're going to all this trouble to capture him, right? Then why don't we split into 2 groups?
It's all clear now.
I'll lead the hunting party. That seems much more interesting.
So then,
Very well, then Makoto and Hina, you come with me to the nurse's office. I will leave the capture of the suspicious individual to Toko, Sakura, and Byakuya.
So then,
We'll handle it. Just go take care of Hifumi. Okay, you guys be careful. With that, we split into 2 groups. Me, Celeste, and Hina all ran downstairs to the first floor.
just a second.
He's in the nurse's office. Let's go.
We stormed into the nurse's office, and what greeted us was a world of dripping crimson. Everything was covered in red, and in the center of all this red was... Hifumi?
No!
Ah,
Fair enough.
What the...
Looks like something very bad has happened. I certainly was not expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
No way!
murdered? You're not serious, are you? He's not really dead, is he? A body has been discovered!
Guess what, Chocolate?
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
What the?
That was the body discovery announcement. The body discovery announcement. When 3 or more people discover a body after a murder, that's what plays. And since we just heard it, that means... it must mean Hifumi. Someone killed him. One of us. One of us? And look at that. When Celeste said that, she pointed to something. Something on the floor. Something that had also been on the floor at the last 2 surprise attacks. Another hammer. Justice Hammer 3. And it's even bigger than the other 2. Just as I suspected. One strike from that and you are finished. Then the killer. There can be no doubt. The suspicious individual. Going by what Hifumi called him. The culprit must be Robo-Justice. Whoever's hiding in that costume is the one who killed Hifumi. But, wait! You saw him on the 3rd floor, right? Running back into the hall? So how did he end up in the nurse's office? You're not saying they, like, teleported or something, right?
Are you okay with this?
We can figure that part out later. Right now, we have to tell the others. You're right.
So then...
Then, shall we go? Hina, snap out of it. Are you okay, Hina?
Sorry.
Sorry, I'm not sure I can move right now. I'm feeling kinda...
This is a problem. We can't just leave Hina here alone. Okay then, I'll go get everyone. You stay here with Hina. Very well, I leave it to you then. Okay, I'll be back soon. I tried to sound confident and upbeat, but I still haven't stopped trembling from what I just been through. Everyone else is already on the 3rd floor. I have to hurry. Alright, I'm on the 3rd floor. This is where everyone was chasing after the suspicious individual. Where was he headed?
My ultimate teleportation. So that's what's wrong.
That was a rather intense dream for someone like you. I saw him. The strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared. He ran off, going further down the hallway, way into the back of the hallway. I don't know what I'm doing. I got
down
it!
the hallway. Gotta move quick. Room.
So not... Did I take a wrong turn? Yes. I forgot there was more hallway. I can't do anything there.
Further down the hallway.
Here, to the science lab!
Science physics lab. Hey, cool, the back door's open.
As far as I can tell, there's nobody here, but still, I feel some kind of presence. Yeah, I'm sure I can feel someone's presence. Its presence. Is it coming from over there in the back?
I'm psychic now, you see.
I leapt through the doorway, and when I did, I found another nightmare. The second nightmare of the day was waiting there to greet me. Oh, hey, his hair turned back to normal.
This...
There, in a pool of his own blood, was Taka. Dead.
This is not welcome in a school environment.
Deadly life.
Danganronpa.
Ifumi's body discovered in the nurse's office. Taka's body discovered in the equipment room. I was witness to 2 nightmares, one right after the other. No, they weren't nightmares. This is harsh reality. The true nightmare is this reality. The reality I have to face every day. But still... Why is this happening? Oh god, no! Toko's dead too! Toko? Don't tell me. Toko too? Relax, she just passed out when she saw the blood. The blood? Oh, that's right. When Toko is, Toko, she has a fear of blood. Huh. We tried everything to get her to wake up, but no luck. Just leave her be for now. It's like he said, I should just leave her alone for now. Taka. Damn it, why did this happen?
Oh.
Another hammer. Now it's Justice Hammer 4, and it's even bigger than before. Is that suspicious individual responsible for killing Taka, too?
However...
But why is it Justice Hammer 4? Huh? What do you mean? Celeste was attacked with Justice Hammer 1, then Ifumi was hit with Justice Hammer 2. But this time it was Justice Hammer 4. What happened to number 3?
What?
What's the matter? Well, when you mentioned Justice Hammer 3, you just reminded me.
What?
Out with it. Do you know something? Actually, Taka's not the only one that's been killed. Ifumi's dead too!
What? Hey!
Ifumi's been killed? Yeah,
I see.
which is why you came to get us. Then we'd better go check it out.
Damn.
Of course, come on! So Sakura, Byakuya, and I rushed out of the physics lab.
Bye, Taka.
But as soon as we were out of the physics lab...
Oh,
Celeste, aren't you supposed to be waiting in the nurse's office? Something has come up. Yeah. That is not my voice. Yeah, I heard. Ifumi is dead, right?
indeed.
Well, that is not all. It is gone. Huh? What's gone? It has disappeared. Disappeared? Ifumi's body has disappeared. What?
What did you say?
What are you talking about? It's disappeared? Don't be ridiculous.
Come on.
Are you serious?
What?
What the heck is happening here? Hey! Everyone, back to the nurse's office! I practically leapt down the stairs, nearly losing my balance. I reached the nurse's office completely out of breath. I couldn't believe my eyes. Ifumi's body was there just a few minutes earlier. It just disappeared?
Me and Celeste went to the bathroom. But we were only gone for like a minute. Then we got back.
Indeed.
This must be the work of the culprit. They must have come and carried the body away. They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're going to die just like those guys did.
What did you say?
I don't believe this. I don't believe a body would just disappear.
Why?
First, there were 2 murders, and now one of the bodies has been taken. This is unnatural.
Huh?
Hold on, what do you mean 2 murders?
Hina.
Taka's been killed. We found him in the equipment room.
No way!
It can't be. Taka too? It can't be.
No!
No!
Hina.
Ina, calm your tits!
We're all gonna die. All of us. They're gonna kill all of us.
Then who might the next target be? Toko? Huh?
What?
I completely forgot. She's still unconscious in the equipment room!
Well,
You left her at the scene of the crime? We didn't have a choice. She passed out and she refused to wake up.
huh?
So she is still unconscious.
Damn.
Wait, so you knew she was still up there and said nothing? What? That annoying little insect that clings to me wherever I go. We'd be better off without her. Bastard! You bastard! Calm down. You forgot about her, didn't you? You have no right to blame me. Everyone stop fighting! Right now we need to hurry back!
Huh?
Can't take this anymore. I don't want anyone else to die.
Damn.
Byakuya, if something's happened to Toko, I'll never forgive you. We shot out of the nurse's office and bolted up the stairs, heading back to the 3rd floor. We ran back to the equipment room at full speed, and when we got there... Toko! Thank God you're okay. But right away I noticed. There was something very different here. It was gone. Taka's body, which should have been right there, has disappeared.
This
can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something? No, it's not a hallucination. I know I saw it before. And what I'm seeing now isn't what I saw before.
Huh?
What? Are you saying Taka disappeared too?
Stop talking.
Stop saying disappeared. It didn't just vanish into thin air. Obviously, whoever did this has hidden the body. But why would they do that? I couldn't possibly begin to imagine.
Ugh.
Anyway, our costume suspect is clearly continuing his crime spree.
Huh?
We gotta hurry up and catch him before he kills all of us.
Not possible.
Oh, I don't think you have to worry about that.
Huh?
Huh?
Think about it. Who could possibly be responsible for killing and hiding these dead bodies?
Well,
When Hifumi's death cry went up, everyone here was together on the 3rd floor.
it is so.
After that, we split into 2 groups. And now this time, you all came here as a group from the nurse's office. In other words, the only ones who could have done this are Hiro and Kyoko, who are still missing. Hold on a second. Kyoko has an alibi for when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked. There's no question that she was in the dining hall with us. You seem very adamant about defending her. Perhaps you are in love? That's not it at all!
That's fine.
Well, anyway, yes, I do accept Kyoko's alibi.
Let's see.
Which means the suspicious individual we're looking for can be none other than Hiro. Which further means that there will be no more murders. The regulations are very clear about that. Oh, that's right! There's a rule that says you can only kill a maximum of 2 people.
That's right.
As long as that rule is in place, there will not be a 3rd murder. If they were to break that rule... I'd mince ya! Mince you without a second thought! Mince ya, grind ya, turn you into paste! By the way, did you know that fish paste can also refer to shellfish? Like shrimp or crabs? Indeed.
Let's see.
So, since 2 people have been killed, there is no possibility of any more.
Perhaps.
You knew that from the beginning, didn't you, Byakuya? Which means you knew Toko was never in danger. I still meant it when I said we'd be better off without her, though.
In other words,
Anyway, with that in mind, we can now relax and search for the 2 missing bodies. The 2 missing bodies. 2 people have been killed and their bodies have been hidden. The only one without an alibi, the only one who could have done it, is Hiro. But is he really the killer? And what about Kyoko? If she's not involved in this case, where did she go?
What?
Hey, Makoto, what's the matter? Huh? Oh, no, it's nothing. Whatever, we need to find those bodies or our little narrative here can't move forward.
So then...
Very well, then let us split up and begin searching.
But...
But
There is no need to be afraid. No more murders will take place during this case.
'cause, I mean...
I know that. I mean, I think I do, but
Hina.
If you're still nervous, I'll come with you.
Huh?
okay, thank you.
No need to thank me. Then let's get moving. Yell out if you find anything. Byakuya left the equipment room, followed by the others. I have to try and find the 2 missing bodies.
Where could they be hiding?
The map won't tell. You know, I'm just gonna check rooms. Hey guys.
Huh?
Where could 2 dead...
Damn.
Well,
Okay.
rattle, rattle. Huh? Door must be locked.
Why?
I don't know. I'm not
It
gonna
was
question
unlocked
that, I guess.
earlier.
The rec room. Well, I guess let's go downstairs. Or not. Fine, I'll check classrooms. Makoto,
Come on.
why are you just standing there? We need to get to the repository. Huh, you mean...
Indeed.
I found them. The Fumi and Taka's bodies had both been hidden in the repository.
Goodbye.
I've already told Hina and Sakura. We'll go on ahead. Their bodies were in the repository? Are the bodies here somewhere? I have to wonder where they could have been hidden. Up ahead is the repository. The doorknob turned. Guess it's unlocked now! And I have
Who
no choice but to
unlocked
go
it?
inside. Well, I assume whoever moved the bodies. So I opened the door, and when I entered, I saw... Oh god, it's worse!
Again with this.
The 2 bodies that had disappeared were right there. The smell of blood made me gag. What I saw before my eyes was unquestionable, unavoidable, unwavering reality. And then, I heard the announcement for a second time.
A body has been discovered! After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
And so, here we are!
It's the Monokuma file!
Without further ado, let me give you all the next Monokuma file! I was going to hand them out when you found the bodies the first time, but something might happen. What? It was really hard to resist, but turns out I was right.
Stop talking.
Just hand it over already.
Punishment is waiting for you.
Now, make sure to investigate with all your mental might and prepare for the class trial.
See ya later!
Okay, see you later. Well then, now that we've found the bodies, all that's left is to uncover the culprit.
What the heck?
Hold on. How can you be so calm? I mean, they're dead, you know?
That's terrible.
Dead, gone forever, they're never coming back. Awful. This is all just too awful.
Hina suddenly burst into tears. She clutched at Hifumi's lifeless body.
Who would do this? Why? Why?
Large, wet tears fell from her eyes. The tears landed on Hifumi's cheeks. If this was some world of make-believe, that might have been when Hifumi opened his eyes. But this wasn't a movie. Or not! This wasn't...
He's alive again? Where am I? Cold. So cold. Is winter coming?
Hifumi! Wake up!
Huh? That's right. I remember now. Hope's Peak.
Come on, you gotta wake up!
I remember everything before I met you all. I met you all.
His memories are blending together. He has nothing useful to offer us.
The light, it's reaching out to me like the tail of a comet.
Hey, Hifumi! Who was it? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you?
Who killed me? That's right. I remember their name. Yasuhiro.
Well, his eyes closed, and they never opened again. Death for the second time. Absolute, undeniable death. No matter how many more of Hina's tears splashed his face, there was no second miracle. Reality set in again. This isn't some stereotypical fantasy world. Tears can't restore a person's vitality.
Honestly.
You have no tears, do you? No blood in your veins. No calcium in your bones. At least you have your meat.
Stop talking.
You're just angry. Going out of his way to return just to leave us with those unnecessary dying words. Now this game has become exceedingly boring. He said, Yasuhiro, right?
Then perhaps...
Yasuhiro Hagakure. That is the only person he could have been referring to.
So, in other words...
And with that, the case is solved. Assaulting people, and even killing Taka and Hifumi? Then going so far as to hide their bodies. A criminal that hides his face behind a mask and uses a bunch of giant wooden hammers. Is that what Hiro is?
What is this?
That's true, I can't forgive him. No way I can ever forgive him. To kill two of our friends?
Fine.
Anyway, it's about time we track down the culprit in our little life or death game here. Although this time it's not all that life or death. The trial will conclude without much trouble.
Indeed.
Yes, it does look that way. It's going to begin again. We have to go through this one more time. I have to accept it. I have no choice but to go through with this to make sure everyone survives. I just have to do this. Investigate! First, I better check the Monokuma file. The victims were Hifumi Yamada and Kiyotaka Ishimaru. The cause of death for each was a blow to the head. It is thought that they were both killed with a similar weapon. That's it?
Very strange.
Yeah, it's pretty strange. We got way less information this time than before. That is no problem. After all, the events of this case unfolded before our very eyes. We should know more about what happened than the Monokuma file could anyway. Maybe.
Well,
There's something else that's bothering me. Someone else has been missing for quite a while. Are you talking about Kyoko?
perhaps.
Without a doubt, she has an alibi for when Celeste and Ifumi were attacked. But what if the killer wasn't acting alone? What if they had an accomplice? An accomplice? An accomplice? What are you doing here?
Monokuma
Don't be rude!
appears!
I'm here to answer your question. What question?
Yep.
You're talking about accomplices, right? I'm pretty sure I explained it before, didn't I? During the first class trial.
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
Weird hearing a piece
In
of butter
other
talk,
words-
but you know. So basically, you can be an accomplice if you want, but there's no gratification in it.
So then...
So are you saying nobody worked together this time either?
Hey,
Sorry, can't answer that. It would obstruct a free exchange of information between you guys. I just want to make sure you don't forget, no matter how much you might assist in a murder, only one blackened can graduate. An accomplice gets nothing.
So in other words,
Then we only need to figure out who that one blackened is that did the killing, right? Just like normal.
well,
Okay, let me take this opportunity to clarify the whole shebang. In this class trial, what you need to determine is the
extreme!
one true blackened who devised the murder plot and put it into action. The true blackened, so just one person?
Well now,
That's enough for explainifying. Now it's down to the final battle between all of you and the blackened. Good luck to all the contestants! So there can only be one blackened. An accomplice wouldn't benefit. And I can't see any way Kyoko would be connected to this case after all. You may be right.
If that's true, then Kyoko, where are you?
However...
As long as she's not connected to the case, it doesn't matter. Let's get back to the investigation.
indeed.
I have absolutely no doubt that Hiro is responsible. But for the time being, I suppose it can't hurt to pursue further information.
So,
You know, don't you think we should consider a certain someone a suspect just in case? We're talking about the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack.
What?
What? I'm offended!
When did you get here?
When did you... I've been looking all over for you, master! When I woke up... Can you not do that to me? Thanks. When I woke up, you were nowhere to be found.
You SOB!
Hey, you there, milksack swimmer girl!
Milk sack?
You've gotta be kidding!
Why do I gotta be a suspect?
What the heck?
Well, I mean, you are a serial killer.
What?
So what? I'm like a special guest suspect every time? I have an alibi, you know. She's right about that. When we heard Ifumi scream, she was with me. And when the bodies disappeared, she was still lying unconscious in the equipment room. Plus, Taka's body aside, I can't imagine any way she would have been able to move Hifumi's body.
Yep.
Besides, I calculate every move I make. I'm not gonna kill someone when everyone knows what I look like. They don't call me the murderous fiend for nothing.
What are you saying?
It's not the kind of thing you should be bragging about.
let's see.
On another topic, should we post a guard by the bodies like before? We can't have them disappearing again.
So then...
Hina and I can handle that. You don't mind, do you, Hina?
Sure, it'd be totally useless in the investigation anyway.
it's all
Then
clear
that's
now.
that. Let's begin. Why is it all me right now? You have people to speak as, but where are they? Ah!
They're all missing.
This whole thing is so strange. All but one of us has an alibi, so figuring out who did it should be obvious, right? But maybe it's just me, but I don't think it's going to be as straightforward as it seems. Monokuma file number 3 has been added to the Truth Bolt section of your handbook. Let us begin. Fumi's big cold body is lying on the floor. His really big body. I mean, how on earth was a killer able to move someone so big? From the nurse's office where he was discovered to here, the repository, all the way from the 1st to the 3rd floor? And all without anyone noticing it. How the hell? It's no good, I just don't get it. I can think about it later. For now, I have to finish investigating Hifumi himself. If I remember correctly, Hifumi's fatal injury was also a blow to the head. Probably just from Justice Hammer 3, which was laying on the floor in the nurse's office. Huh? Wait. Something's off about his body. Why am I getting this feeling something's different? Something about Hifumi's body in the nurse's office versus his body right now. That's it, his glasses! When his body was in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But now they're completely clean. Does that mean someone wiped his glasses off? But who would do that? And why? Hifumi's glasses have been added to the truth bullet section. Okay. Let's talk to people, see if they have anything. There are many aspects of this incident this time. Too many, to be honest. Considering that, it may be good to look back on everything that's happened.
So then...
Would you like my help? No, I got it.
The hammer's on the wall.
Yeah. There are hammers of different sizes hanging on the wall, though some are more like mallets. Mallets? Could the Justice Hammer have been designed using these as a model? Either way, all the hammers here have obviously seen a lot of use. They're all covered in debris and chalky stone powder. Wait. For some reason, this one hammer isn't dirty at all, and it's wet. Did someone wash it recently? Spotless hammer has been added to the truth bullet section.
So,
Hey, Makoto, I've been thinking about something. It's about the repository.
Huh? What is it?
After Hifumi and Taka's bodies disappeared, we split up to look around, right? I was really scared, so me and Sakura stuck together.
but...
And we came right to the repository to, look around. But when we got here, the repository was locked. We couldn't get inside.
It was locked.
And we came here as soon as the search started. So there's no way someone could have beat us here. So if that's true, then who locked it? And why is it unlocked now?
I wonder the same thing. The door was locked when the search for the bodies began, but now it's wide open. There might be some secret lurking in there. But I'll probably have to leave this area to figure it out. Alright, let's just check stuff out. Ah yes, the monitor! Nice!
Nice!
No, that's... I didn't mean to do this! There we go. It's a dolly. Doesn't have a handle. Saw this in the art room before. I guess it's used to move statues around. It's kinda awkward, but if you bend down, it's not too hard to use. Huh? But wait. Wasn't this in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? And look at that wheel. There's a blood stain on it. So there's blood on the wheel of the dolly that was moved from the equipment room to the repository. What's the explanation for that? Nice. Taka. He'll never move again. According to the Monokuma file, Taka died from a blow to the head. We found Justice Hammer 4 near his body in the equipment room. Is that what was used to kill him? And there's a tarp laid out under his body. Did the killer use this to move Taka's body? That way, there wouldn't be any blood left behind while the body was moved. Blue tarp is added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Alright, what do you got for us, Byakuya? I think you're the last person to talk to. Byakuya, do you think Hiro really did it? I don't see how anyone could think otherwise. When the attacks and murders and disappearances all happened, every one of us had an alibi. The last thing Hifumi said when he died... Yeah, he said Hiro's name.
So, in other words...
Then there's no room to suspect anyone else. Okay, but if he did do it, why would he have hid his identity with that weird costume? Maybe he thought that no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. Because he's the fool of the century, you see. I mean, he is kind of dumb. But do you really think that's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a clue hiding in there somewhere.
What?
And is that it? That's all that bothers you about the case? Well, no, there are a few other things. Like, why did the killer try to hide the bodies? They probably figured that if we couldn't find the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation. But if that's the case, we found the bodies pretty... Oh, but if that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we? Again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron. Is that really all there is to it? The other thing that bothers me is, why they bother killing two people?
What?
What? Because all the rule says is if you kill someone, you can get away with it, you graduate, right? So if you're the killer, your number one priority is not getting caught. But killing 2 people means more clues, more chances you'll get found out.
I see.
Hold on. Perhaps I see. So that's what that means. Is everything okay?
That's enough.
Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Huh? What's with the attitude? But you have my appreciation.
Goodbye.
Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after all. His mysterious words hung in the air as he left the repository. He talked as if he'd figured something out. But if he did, would it have killed him to tell me what it was? Alright, I guess.
So then.
Sure. Let's look back on things. This morning, only 4 of us met at the dining hall. Hina, Kyoko, you, and myself. We waited for the others, but nobody showed up. So we decided to go look for them. It was around 8 o'clock when we began our search. And soon after we split up, Kyoko disappeared. After that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room on the 3rd floor, then quickly came and got you and me. According to Celeste, she was attacked by a suspicious individual and lay unconscious for about an hour. In other words, she was attacked an hour before we found her. Meaning, just after 7 o'clock. Based on the picture Celeste took, we discovered her attacker was dressed in a strange costume. It was Robo-Justice. It also became clear that this Robo-Justice had dragged Hifumi away. After meeting up with Toko and Byakuya, we began searching for the costumed assailant. We found an injured Hifumi in the library on the 2nd floor. We took him down to the nurse's office on the 1st floor, then resumed our search. But not long after leaving the nurse's office... What's wrong? I saw a shadow, something moving around at the top of the stairs. Based on Celeste's claims, we went back up to the 2nd floor where we split up and began searching. Then, right after that, Celeste screamed. This time she had apparently seen the suspect on the 3rd floor. Hearing her screams, we quickly made our way up to the 3rd floor.
Celeste, what's wrong?
That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. God, this is like the 3rd time it's flashed back to this.
Yep.
I'm just gonna move on.
Yeah.
And then... more flashback. And at that point, we decided to split up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office. Meanwhile, you, Byakuya, and Toko pursued the suspect up on the 3rd floor. And when we got back to the nurse's office, he was dead! But also when we heard the body discovery announcement play. I left Celeste and Hina alone and headed back to the 3rd floor to tell the others what had happened.
However...
But at the same time, we had discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. Which means Hifumi and Taka's bodies were discovered right about the same time. Because I remember hearing the body discovery announcement play right after finding Taka. And that's when I showed up and told you and Byakuya that Hifumi had been killed, right? Then you, me, and Byakuya all headed back to the nurse's office, leaving behind Toko, who had fainted. But as soon as we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who just arrived to tell us something very unusual. We hurried back to the nurse's office to discover that his corpse was, in fact, gone. Then we remembered we had abandoned the unconscious Toko and rushed back to the equipment room. This time, Taka's body had disappeared, so from there we began our search for both of the missing bodies. And after some time, Celeste told us she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository. And there we rediscovered the 2 bodies that had apparently vanished. And that brings us up to now.
However...
Looking back, things have certainly been very active. If you want to look back at the case again, just let me know. I'm fine anytime. There was no point in that!
Nope.
So the door Hina said was locked before. There's definitely a lock in the door, but it'll only be locked from inside the repository. I don't see any way to lock it from in the art room. The door can only be locked from inside the repository, which makes me wonder... Hina and Sakura confirmed that the door was locked if we started looking for the missing bodies. And the door is designed so it can only be locked from inside the repository. In other words, when Hina checked it, someone had already gone in the repository and locked the door. When they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now. But Hina claims that there's no way someone could have beaten them to the repository. So that certain someone... There's gotta be a clue around here somewhere. Maybe I should check somewhere else. There are some places I already know about. First, the nurse's office, where Hifumi was found. Then the equipment room, where Taka was found. Alright, let's go. Oh, my throat hurts. There was so much talking in Sakura.
Well, don't worry. As soon as we get to the trial, no more voice acting.
Well, no, I still will have to, at least a little bit.
I know. That was more for me.
You've been doing barely any so far. Shush.
I know.
Oh, hi, Toko. I was sleeping right here when the killer carried the body away. I'm super pissed I missed such an ultimately rare event. Okay, first things first, the hammer. The weapon that was used to kill Taka. The body was moved, but the murder weapon was just left here. Interesting. There's some kind of tire marks going through the pool of blood in the middle of the room. That reminds me about the dolly in the repository. There was blood on its tire. Could that blood have come from here? Which could mean that Taka's body was moved from the equipment room to the repository using the dolly. Both rooms are on the 3rd floor, so that should definitely have been possible. Nice. But even if the dolly was used to move Taka's body, what about Hifumi? Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office on the 1st floor. Even with a dolly, there's no way for it to get up to the 3rd floor. That's still a total mystery. Huh? This tarp. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. And just recently, too. Interesting. Well, I guess that's everything. Ooh, I can. Wait, I can fast travel. I've just been in there. Oh, you too are also in the nurse's office. However, there's something that must be done first!
Yes!
I found 1 coin! You know what time that means?
Woo!
Alright, fine. Don't give me a lucky. Alright.
Makoto, were you rolling the gotcha instead of investigating?
Look, you don't know. It could have been important. Alright, then.
As the ultimate gambler, I approve.
Justice Hammer 3, the one that was used to kill Hifumi. Someone moved the body, but left the weapon behind. What are you investigating, Celeste? I'm not investigating anything, precisely speaking. I'm simply going around, seeing if Hiro might be hiding somewhere. What about you? Oh, you know, I'm just checking this and that. Main thing on my mind is how someone could have moved Hifumi's body.
Let's see.
How Hifumi was moved, eh? When it disappeared, you were supposed to be in the nurse's office, right?
Yes, indeed.
Correct. Hina was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her. But she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom. And when you got back, the body was gone. We could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. Yeah, Hina said the same thing. So then the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time?
Indeed.
It would seem so. To carry off someone as big as Hifumi in only a couple of minutes is... I can't think of anything less than impossible. Neat. Where's the hammer? Oh. Why? It's just a normal trash can. But wait! We're using Pokemon rules! It's too small to be a handkerchief. It's a glasses cleaning cloth. It's got some kind of cartoon character on it. But it's also covered in blood!
Oh!
Ah, did you find something? Yeah, there was a cleaning cloth in the trash can.
Huh?
A cleaning cloth? And it's all bloody. Whoever this belonged to must have used it to wipe up some blood. Who would need to do something like that? I haven't the slightest idea. Yeah, me either, but I think it might be important. Glasses cleaning cloth have been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Alright, I think that's everything from that. So this is where you were. I've been looking for you. You have? I wanted to thank you for what you did. Not that you meant to, but you ended up making this little game of Oz very interesting indeed. You should go to Hero's room. Oh, and let me give you this. Meet in the dining hall. This is the note Hero wrote to get us all to meet up, right? You remember well. Well, the penmanship was pretty remarkable, so it left an impression.
It's all clear now.
Anyway, this makes it clear, right? This is a trap. What is? Things grow even more exciting. What are you talking about? I've already repaid my debt. I don't owe you any more explanation.
Goodbye.
Alright then. Yasuro's message. So he said to go to Hero's room, but what's waiting for me there? What is waiting for us here? Indeed. I think that's a good place to call this episode for today. Oh boy. So, thank you all so much for watching another episode of Danganronpa. We will see you all in the next episode. Jana?
Ciao.
Danganronpa.